Alright, someone redeemed Vane, so here's 2 minutes of that. Okay, so here's our party. We just finished fighting the big bad a bit. Is there anything else we can do here? We step out here. Oh, one of the demon jumped out the window here. I assume she got away. What else can we do here? Anything? Do we just go outside? Or does this door open? Okay, there's a door here. Are you still being bad? Whoa! Choke point the door. There we go. Loranity with the kill. Alright, what is this? This room looks a little cleaner than the rest of the fortress. It was probably the warden's bedroom. Oh, Staunton was using this room. Do not respec your main character till a future patch. It may corrupt your save file. Okay, so make a new save file if I go to do that. How about that? Anytime I want to respec. By the way, I like how you say respect. Do not respect it. Do I just go back downstairs? I guess so. To Manson, gifting a sub to Owlcat Games. The company that made this game?
The commander of the Crusade has managed to overthrow 70 years of demonic rule in Drezen and restored the Sword of Valor to its rightful
What difficulty?
place.
Normal.
Will the commander be able to defend the banner he has won with such a valiant effort?
Time passed 10 days. Middle game. A sudden ascent is a perilous moment for any military leader. Yes, I couldn't read the rest. All I know about the game is the Triceratops. Yeah, I found a magical item that summons it, so we have a Triceratops now. Achievement unlocked, banner over the Citadel. So we were right at the end of finishing an act, I think, last night. Oh, there's Chip and my undead.
Urgent
I named him
matters of
Chad.
state are awaiting my attention. My convoy will be departing for the capital within the hour. I'm afraid this is all the time I can spare you. So do please forgive me for skipping the lengthy and well-deserved congratulations.
Something has subtly changed in the way the Queen of Mendev looks at you. Now, last time, since she last saw me, I accepted the path of the Lich. Respect shines in her eyes, but her slightly furrowed brow indicates a hint of unease. Yeah, because I got the shadow of death hanging over me.
Drezen was taken quickly, even more quickly than I'd anticipated. Every death is an irretrievable loss. But, considering the scale of our forces, the losses among our troops are tolerable. Morale is high among the Crusade forces that were entrusted to you. You handled the command superbly.
You're welcome.
I doubted your personal ability to deal with the demons. I knew that you could become a living symbol for people to follow. That you have now displayed a decent head for tactics is a pleasant surprise.
Shh, please.
I believed in your success and prepared for this outcome.
Achievement unlocked, Queen's
I
Gratitude.
brought a reward to personally bestow upon my Knight Commander. But now, I think this reward is insufficient. So please, accept one more gift from me personally.
The Queen offers a side smile and gives a signal to a waiting squire who passes you a neatly folded cloak with lavish embroidery. And then she said, with these words, Galfrey slides a ring from her finger and lays it atop the cloak. Ring of Protection +4, Cloak Resistance +3. She didn't even dare to give me those in person. You were so evil. A ring? What, are we betrothed now?
By no means. I merely thought a cloak would be a meager reward, but I did not have time to arrange for another gift. Now on to the main matter.
Dang.
The Sword of Valor has been returned to us. Touching it has awoken your power and changed the great relic beyond recognition. Many clerics are at a loss to interpret this unexpected turn. Is it an omen? Happenstance? A warning? Only one thing can be said for certain. Your power is astonishing and unlike anything ever seen before.
Yeah, so the banner it went from having a sword on it to a skull when I chose the Lich.
Although, I must admit, this power has taken a most unexpected form. Frightening to many, but thrilling to some. The gods' machinations are curious indeed.
The Queen says these final words pensively, as though talking to herself.
There. I have said all I wish to. Is there anything you wish to discuss with me before I depart?
Do you know anything about that huge demon we met at the gates? It was much stronger than the rest.
The Baylor Dorazand, one of Daskari's generals. He, Hep Zamira, and the Echo of Daskari are some of the most notable demons in the Abyssal Forces. You will soon learn these names. Dorazand has not been sighted by our scouts for a long time, and his appearance at Drezen was an unexpected development. But we must grow accustomed to surprises such as
Yeah,
this.
we beat him down, but then he went through a portal, so we're probably going to see him later.
One of the demon's most unpleasant hallmarks. Fortunately, the Sword of Valor takes care of that problem for the areas around Drezen.
There's something you should know. Aurilu Vorlesh appeared before me in Drezen. She did not explain why she had come.
The architect of the World Wound? Here? And she allowed you to simply dispose of Staunton Vane and claim the Sword of Valor? This is a very worrying development. Aurilu was more dangerous than a dozen Balors, and more cunning and deceitful than a score of succubi. In the 100 years of the Crusades, our forces have very rarely encountered her, but when we did, it always led to something terrifying.
Well, luckily she dipped out.
I think she has taken an interest in you and your power. It was to be expected, of course, and it worries me more than anything else. Sooner or later, we shall have to take a stand against Aurilu and deal with her once and for all. But I thought we would have time to prepare. Be careful.
Hi,
If the
hello,
architect
Hannah.
reappears, treat her as you would a demon lord.
I'm worried about my interaction with this lady. The first evil thing I did, which was kind of an accident. So, when it almost feels like I was getting like tug of war between good and evil early on, and there was an option and I didn't know what it meant. And this lady, she was kidnapped by the demons and impaled on a meat hook, and they were like, she was about to be eaten by a ghoul. And she was like a military commander. She was a she was, you know, very stern commander. And we save her. But she was kind of like mentally broken from that. So she's like freaking out and like, you know, she's scaring the soldiers like, we're all gonna die. And I had like, you know, these options, like talk her down, like we need you at your best, you know, for the good of man. And I had this option, and it was like, you're in your head, you're thinking, oh sure, the moment you get some trouble, you break, you weak coward, and it's like, let your inner demon out. And I was like, oh, what is this gonna do? And I click it, and I punched her in the face, and she fell to the floor, and just like blood went, like way too much blood went everywhere. Like I destroyed her face. And I was like, oh my god! And everyone was like, Jesus! And like the queen started treating me differently, and this lady's like, I'm sorry. And like her portrait changed. Her face is all scarred now. And I was like, I thought I was just gonna yell insults at her. I had no idea that was going to happen. I have everything I need.
Very well. Then I shall take my leave. Irabeth will bring you up to speed on the situation in the city and surrounds. And together, you can decide on what next steps to take. Good luck, Commander. Remember, this is but the first step. The road ahead will be long and difficult.
Mug, bit of a question. How do you deal with toxicity in PvP? Keep getting it, it's very disheartening. I don't read chat most of PvP. If you do exclamation PvP, there's a bunch of guides I've done for player versus player, and the main video has a chapter in it on dealing with toxicity. But honestly, I don't read chat most of the game. I don't need to. I can talk to my team with pings and drawing arrows on the minimap and markers. And then at the end, I'll read and sometimes laugh at the people just in the chat, if that's what it is. But sometimes it gets me down and I take a break. That's the honest truth. Sometimes I take a break if I have to. Last night, I got really frustrated at one point, not because of the players, but because I had a skill that kept not working, and it was basically bugged. And it was the best skill for my build, so I couldn't just like swap it out for another skill, but it failed me 3 times in a row, and I was about ready to flip my desk, because it's like I would have won a fight, but I hit the button did nothing, and then I lost. So I was like, When is the yearly anniversary of you streaming every day? May 26th of next year will be 4 years without missing a day if I don't miss a day between now and then.
Allow me also to
There's the scarred lady.
on your victory, Commander.
Irbeth salutes the queen, waits until she has moved far enough away, and then turns to you.
We won the battle for Drezen, but this war is far from over. The demons know our true strength, so we must brace ourselves for a merciless counterattack. They will do everything they can to gain control of the city and destroy you personally, and all of us along with you. The only good news is that cultists make up more than half of their forces, so they will have to march the same roads as our fighters. If they were all demons, they could appear here instantaneously and lay siege to the city.
Yeah, well, they'd have to appear outside because we've got the no teleporting allowed aura over the town now.
The main demon forces are moving out from the City of Eyes and the Threshold Fortress. Scouts are reporting that for now, we don't stand a chance of tearing through the defense and launching a counterattack. We can only gather our forces, rebuff their attacks, and wait for the right moment. Unfortunately, other hostile groups keep appearing out of nowhere. And on top of all that, Minago is still prowling around somewhere out there. Anevia is trying to find out where that Abyss scum has run off to. Maybe she's already got some leads.
Oh, you are just a beacon of hope, aren't you, Irbeth?
Luckily, we are not alone. Mendev is with us. Queen Galfrey has sent us the first reinforcements. They've just entered the city. Besides, news of your victory is spreading through Avestan. I'm sure that crowds of new volunteers will soon be pouring into Drezen, inspired by your feat. And that's very good news, because we're going to need troops. Here is a brief report about the main problems we're currently facing.
Irbeth shows you a sheet of paper with a list of 4 items. Demons with special powers, secret path, missing patrol, and dragon. Alright, let's start at the top. What demons with special powers?
Remember that Nabasu that attacked our camp? He had powers that no ordinary demon should have.
Irbeth's voice is very calm, but you can tell she's working hard to maintain her composure. I think that was the thing that grabbed her and flew her away, and then she had the near-death experience.
It is not the only demon of its kind. We keep receiving reports about similar monsters. All isolated cases for now. But it's possible that in the future, we will see entire squads, if not armies of them. We must find out where they're coming from. Find the source of their power and destroy it. If we don't, they will crush us before long. Even you can't defeat an entire army of such monsters.
Alright. Secret path. What are you talking about with this?
We can usually spot armies of demons in advance, as their hordes march along the Grey Road from Eyes or Threshold. But sometimes...
Oh, that's
paths
Eyes, not
appear
Is?
nowhere. They're managing to avoid our scouts somehow and sneaking into our territory. If we don't solve this problem, we cannot attack. The demons will just appear at our backs, block off the gorges, and cut us off from Drezen. Anevia is trying to find out how the demons are getting into our territory, but she hasn't succeeded yet. Talk to her. She will tell you more about what she's doing.
Alright, the missing patrol.
Yes, it disappeared without a trace during a mission. We didn't even find any bodies. Maybe someone abducted them, or there's some natural threat in the area. We can't rule out the possibility of desertion, either. The troop was patrolling the southern road out of the city. The last surviving settlements of Socorus lie in that direction. But after the siege of Drezen, contact with them was lost. Hardly any of the inhabitants survived once the demons invaded the area. That's where I started the search.
Alright, and finally, dragon? What dragon?
As if we didn't have enough problems with demons already. Now there's a wild dragon in the vicinity. Luckily, it's not part of the demon army. If the demons had a dragon on their side, it could pose a serious threat. But there's very little food in the World Wound, and the dragon doesn't seem to have a taste for demons and cultists. She keeps attacking small squads of crusaders, picking off those who fall behind.
Anyone here play Dragon Age Inquisition? There's a character named Iron Bull. He's like 7 feet tall, huge bull horns. It was part of his race thing. And there's this one, he freaks out when you get to like fight a dragon. And he had this battle cry and he yelled something in another language. And later on in the story at a bar, you get to ask him when you're like, what was that thing that you yelled in battle? And he's like, Oh, well, it's difficult to translate in your language, but loosely it means I will pleasure myself later while thinking back upon this moment with great respect. And you're like, you yelled that while we were fighting a dragon? And he's like, when else would you yell that? So, in most of these games, when you run into your first dragon, I think of him in that freaking moment. Like, it's tainted my view of these, like, dragon moments.
The dragon's been sighted frequently in the sky, but we don't know exactly where her lair is.
Hey,
We
Bjornov.
have someone to help with this, though. Do you remember the dwarf who bravely attacked the Baylor in front of the Citadel during the siege? He is back in the city, and he doesn't mind hunting this dragon, apparently. Go talk to him in the tavern.
Oh, the one that assassinates demons and stuff. Iron Bull's a Kunari. Oh, okay. It's been too long since I played a Dragon Age game.
There is one more thing. As you know, there is a vast dungeon under Drezen.
Oh, yeah?
It's empty now. None of those imprisoned by the demons survived, and we don't have any new prisoners.
Thanks, Mike. You ruined Guild Wars 2 for me now. Nah, you look up that saying and yell that when you're doing metas and see who gets it.
We've temporarily placed the body of Staunton Vane in the dungeon. You slew him. What are your orders regarding his body? Anevia thinks we should burn it quietly and forget about it. Some want to see his corpse displayed in the square, but I don't think we should behave like demons and barbarians. He may have been our enemy, but he deserved to be buried as a knight. However, the decision is yours, of course.
Barry as a knight. That dude betrayed us twice. So there's a lich option, but I honestly don't want him as an undead. He was incompetent. I don't want to make a skeleton of an incompetent guy.
Cool.
All right, question. This is sort of a spoiler, sort of me asking about mechanics. Do if I don't click every single option related to my mythic path, does that mess me up in some way? Do I have to always click them? Mitsune says doesn't matter. Okay, so sounds like I don't have to worry about that. Okay, hopefully that's right. They're just additional options. Okay, good. Alright. Once it's unlocked, it doesn't matter. Okay, in that case, I just want to burn it. I don't want to praise him as a knight, and I don't want an undead nincompoop, and I don't really want to do the display thing. So I'm just going to burn it.
Right you are, Commander. Commander. That day during the battle,
She's hesitating. You can see the struggle on her face as if she doesn't know whether she should say something else. Dude, she is still scarred from that interaction.
No. My apologies. That is all, Commander. Thank you for your time.
Giving a salute, Irabeth turns around and quickly leaves. Okay. What the heck? Why is he way down here? That's weird.
Time's not waiting.
Alright, so... I guess we own the town now. This is like my town now. What is this? Commander's Banner. Vicinity of the Sword of Valor grants the commander fast healing equal to twice their mythic rank. Interesting.
I know the way.
You messed her up bad. I mean, again, I didn't know what that was gonna do, but we did absolutely need to, like, shut her up because she was freaking out like all her troops.
Follow my lead.
But I would, if I went back, if I replay the game, I'd probably change that. Alright, so there's a chance to talk to a bunch of people here. Random house.
As it should be.
Thank you for the alert, Bertree. book. I bet I've got thousands and thousands of pounds of loot. I need to find a merchant and sell. Imagine critting. I think it was, I don't think it was like a scene that actually used your stats. I think it was a scene that just, like it was pre-generated or whatever. Are we looting now? Sort of? I mean, I already looted this city during the siege, but it looks like some of the stuff is repopulated. Or, like, new stuff has appeared.
I'll go ahead.
Oh, wait,
Ready
why aren't
for
I...
anything.
Apparently, I can't saddle up here. Alright. Show me what you got. Alright, bulk selling. 4,600 pounds of crepe. 26,000 gold. Yes, please. Alright, let's look at our loot. So we've got a ring of protection +4. Let me see, Sela. 6 armor class. Alright, so she's got a +2. And +4. Okay. And go back to Muck. Purple ring, save throw against disease, save throw against fire. Let's take that off and do ascending. And give him the +2. Alright. Does gold have weight in Pathfinder? Always this one having to convert to gems. Gold? I'm not sure. I will say I'm pretty sure the animal companions help you with weight in this game, which is awesome. Holy light crossbow. Pretty sure I could have one of my peeps use that. So she's got a normal light crossbow. And I've got a holy... What does the holy do? It deals 2d6 extra damage to evil creatures. Oh. Oh gosh, it's like Bifrost. Alright. Okay, where is Sela? Alright, what's her one-hander? +1 cold iron and can stun. What else we got? Two-handed lethal squall. I'm not going to use that. Radiance. She's going to hang on to that. That's her... That's the quest sword. I don't want to accidentally sell that or anything. Blaze of Disaster quarterstaff. Longsword +1. Warhammer +1. Charisma 2. Amulet of Algil Fist. Okay. So let's go back to this, and... Wait, what's the Agile +1 dagger? Wait, I don't have anyone that uses daggers. I don't think I need to keep that. That's just sort of hope. Cold Iron Masterwork Longsword. Oh my gosh. All of them. Mithril Chainmail, no magic effects. And let's see, hand axe +1. Yeah, on paper version, there's a lot of things that you have weight, but in most of the groups I played the game with, they just like home rules. They were just like, we're not dealing with weight and we're not counting arrows. Because they didn't want to bother with that. Like, I didn't mind. I thought it was just more immersion. But most of the people I played with hated that. So, it didn't do that a lot. So many spell scrolls. I'll probably have all of these when we end the game, too. I know this sounds stupid, the UI is really beautiful. It does sound stupid.
I know the way.
Okay, Trying to think if there's anyone I want to talk to, but honestly, not really. I kind of want to just get going. Like, I got a mission, and I want to work on it. I'm gonna tap quick save here.
Follow my lead.
You know what? I'll actually make a separate save file here. Post Drezen. Mug, you might want to go to your headquarters. You should visit the Citadel before leaving Drezen. I was at the Citadel. I just left the Citadel. Dang it. I just left the Citadel. This would be faster if it would let me mount up. There's my banner. So thankful Guild Wars 2 doesn't have encumberment issues. I would have to clean my bags more often. A middle-aged paladin with a genial face offers you a guarded greeting. His sparse gray hair stands in fuzzy tufts on his head, giving him a distinctly unwarlike appearance. The Everbright Crusaders have arrived to defend Drezen. My name is Kiar Kobelin, and I am their commander. Queen Galfrey is gathering her main attack forces in Nerosian. She had ordered us to replenish the losses suffered in Canebras, and come here, we will support your troops. A tall, dark-eyed lady is standing behind Ciar. He passionately echoes Ciar's words. Oh, lad, not lady. We are ready to go to the front immediately. Allow us to be at the spear of the attack. The old crusader calls the young man to order. Morveg, don't speak unless spoken to. Don't worry, no one will be defeating any demons without you. Ciar smiles kindly and tussles the boy's hair. Who have you brought with you? Everbright Crusaders mainly, but we have a lot of volunteers who joined us. Those who arrived at the Queen's call but didn't want to sit in Nerosian waiting for the main army to set off. All the hotheads know that the front is here. Ciar nods at the boy behind him, the one who's eager to fight. We picked up this one too. He walked to Canebras with an old sword in his hand and a few copper coins in his pockets. He was going to keep walking to kill the demons, and then he probably would have laid siege to Threshold, no doubt. The boy's cheeks go pink at the old man's gentle mockery, but he continues to stare ahead resolutely and boldly. Did you fight in Canebras? How are things there? Not personally, no. The Queen summoned me in the bulk of our order to Nerosian. Almost all those who remained behind in Canebras died, and the ones who didn't were disorganized and leaderless, but the order did not perish. New volunteers have been pouring into our ranks. We're licking our wounds. Canebras is rebuilding. Life wins out. People are coming from all over Avestan to help. Many are joining up with the Crusaders, just as it happened back in the First Crusade. Great. You'll be serving under my command. Ciar's mouth flattens into a hard line and he gives you a stern look. You can see the seasoned warrior hiding behind the grandfatherly guise. That is out of the question. We know about your powers, and that is why we don't trust you. What's more, I'm convinced that you are an enemy of the Crusaders. You will reveal your true nature sooner or later. He doesn't like Lich Druids, chat. What is this guy's deal? The Queen ordered us to help you hold the city, and so we will. But she didn't say a word about us personally obeying your orders. The Everbright Crusaders will act independently. Oh my god, I can, like, friggin' threaten to execute him right now. Do as you like. He looks at you grimly. You've gone down the wrong path. You can defeat the darkness when your soul is pure and your heart is daring. Everyone who has ever tried to defeat darkness with darkness has become its slave. Reject this evil power and repent before it's too late. Okie doke. Tap a quick save. I want to look at my spellbook really quick. Okay, yeah, I'm going to keep all that. Manage Crusader Affairs. What is this? Does this just take me back to the world map? In Kingmaker, there was a table like this, but it was a whole different thing. Okay. Whoa. What? Whoa! Now that you've captured Drezen, new options for the Crusade have become available. You can now construct buildings and forts in Drezen. What? Issue decrees and capture and investigate new regions. Both mercenary and trainable units will appear at the commander's headquarters in Drezen. The demon armies will try to take Drezen from you, destroy them, or else after 7 days of siege, Drezen will be completely blockaded by enemy forces, and you will no longer be able to command the Crusade. To access the Crusade management menu, click the button in the bottom right corner of the screen on the global map.